Hello everyone and welcome to GTEC Season 1 Race 9 at Mount Panorama. Today in the commentary booth with me today I have Sushi Samurai.
Pleasure to be here today.
And today we'll be your two commentators for this 28 lap race at Mount Panorama. Very difficult up and down hill track. It'll be very hard to pass on because it's very tight and everyone trying to jock for position. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Here are the team standings. We have Lucy leading, followed by Drift, followed by Wolf, then Sushi Samurai, and Dan GT. In team standings, we have RG Labs Motorsport, followed by DRC Racing, Team Spider, and Sir Spectral. Now we go to the grid with Sushi.
For his first race today, we have Cargo Mike contending in 7th position. Lopez Inferno contends for 6th in this race. For his first time in the Mazda, Dan GT contends for 5th. For his first time in the Porsche, Sushi Samurai contends. In the German-founded team RG Labs, Wolf contends in 3rd. Drift King contends in 2nd against Lucy in 1st position. He starts out pole today after a phenomenal qualifying.
Thank you, Sushi. As now we go to the 5 red lights for the start of the race. All lights are up. And we're underway. It seems to be a good start for the top 4. A bit of jockeying going on at the back there. Coming into turn 1, too wide for the first 2 rows.
Oh, wow.
Everyone seems to have held it clean through the first corner.
Phenomenal performance on that first corner, as we've seen quite a few times in the past races that there's been so much chaos in those first corners.
Coming up the hill, here they come. Drift and Lucy, the two championship contenders, side by side, coming into turn 2. Still side by side going through turn 2. Lucy does get the edge on Drift here, now ahead. Coming up into the uphill section of turn 3. Lot of battling going on behind them. I believe that's Dan and Wolf side by side I saw behind. Yep.
Lucy is holding ahead with a phenomenal display of defense.
Dan gets ahead of Wolf here. Going up the hill now for the first time. Everyone trying to take it easy as trying to figure out where their braking points are. But still be competitive.
Needs to be some very clean, very good driving.
But
Dan hits the wall, a little bit of scrapage there.
Yeah.
Cars are
at the top of the hill. Now they go down the hill. Let's see what they can do.
Dan seems to be having some rear grip issues, but he's going to
try
and still manage.
Go down the hill, around the final bit of corners onto the long straight.
Dan getting on the power as early as he can without hitting the wall. He just barely manages to miss the wall.
Sushi trying to take a look here at Wolf. Going down the straight. What'll be faster in a straight line, the AMG or the Porsche? Looking like the AMG for now. A lot of good,
phenomenal livery on that car.
A lot of good battles going on in the first lap. Coming through the final section just to round off lap 1 of 28, so we are in for a long race here. Drift trying to take another look at Lucy here down the inside of the final corner. Gets a bit of a run. 2x2 going into the first corner. Start lap 2. Going to the first corner, Drift on the inside, trying to get by Lucy. They're still 2x2.
Incredible.
Oh no, not anymore. Here comes Dan now, get with a run. Dan looking up to the outside of Lucy here. Gonna be interesting to see how he gets around the outside.
Three-way battle here.
Yeah. They come
3 wide into the first corner isn't exactly going to be the best combination.
Looks like there's a little bit of contact there. Still doing well. Dan's doing really well in that Mazda. He had a good race last race in it, so we'll see what he can do today. Ooh, Drift looked like a little wide there. And Dan's going to capitalize and take the lead of the race. As they both go into the wall.
Contact, it looks like.
Looks like they both hit the wall there.
Dan's pushing on the offensive.
Yeah. Very aggressive start to the race, that's for sure. Everyone in a big bunch.
Everybody's trying to brake as low as they can into that corner where they lose so much grip. And
yeah, down the hill, gravity working against you. Big issue trying to get it slowed down.
Lucy makes contact with the wall whenever he tries to make for pace.
Yeah, I got a little
He still
taste of
tries
that
to
wall
capitalize
there.
as best as he can.
It is currently Drift, followed by Dan, Lucy, Wolf, Sushi, Inferno, and Cargo. Look at the speed through there. It really shows how fast these cars are.
These Germans look absolutely amazing together with their matching liveries and cars.
Yep. Here comes Sushi trying to take
Sushi
another look.
Begins to attack. Steve from behind taking that slipstream the best he can, and it begins to overtake.
Looking up the inside.
He tries to make it into the first corner, but locks up and loses pace.
Not quite. He's still on the rear quarter there, trying to get another look at him into the turn one. Oh, this Wolf slams the door, sort of, coming down to the inside of the track. They're still 2x2 going up the hill.
We'll see how this goes, though. I know that Porsche gets really good traction on those rear tires. So does the AMG. Which team has the better engineering? We'll see.
Come up over the crest into turn two.
Whoa, that was a bit sketchy.
Yeah, a little bit squiggly there for Wolf. As now we're gonna take a look at the race start in a second. As we take a look back at the race start here, on board with Drift King here from his perspective. Looks like he got a good start for once. The AMGs normally are a bit quicker off the launch in the RCF.
Truly is incredible for such a heavy car, but Lucy seems to have still gotten the inside.
Yeah, and then coming up the hill, whoever has the least downforce and the most power is going to be who will be fastest on the straight. They look very fair though. They're both heavy cars though, of course.
Of course, going into this corner side by side, Lucy is holding a phenomenal line.
Stays ahead.
Great level of talent.
We go on board with Sushi now. He seemed to have got a good start too. The bit of Wolf just got an amazing start. He almost rivaled the front too.
Seems to be taking a very safe beginning to the race.
Yeah, as Dan gets up the inside.
Although even from the very beginning, it almost seems like Wolf and Dan are going to be the main contenders.
Dan's been doing good recently to show his raw pace in the car. See what he can do with it. He gets a little bit on the grass there, almost spun out. Definitely a good start from everyone, that's for sure. Everyone looks like they got off clean. On board with Cargo now, as Lopez jumps the start. Bit of a jump start from Lopez there.
Cargo definitely seems to make the best that he can, though, and getting as further as he can.
Yeah, for his first race, it's all about just finishing it.
Struggles to make a good line, but he's still learning.
Yep. Lopez
Despite
gets
the
around
false start,
side.
Lopez gets ahead.
They all send it up the hill again. Just shows really how tight this track is. Everyone trying to go single file to create space. And sends it up the inside. Good send there. Lopez around the outside. And then switches back to inside as Cargo gets a bit in the wall.
Now, I've had experience at the beginning of these races. Whenever you're in the back and you're not near the front at the beginning, it's terrible. All the cars trying to brake so hard in the first corner. Lucy has a spin out. Oh man. Yellow flags are raised. Contact almost happens 3 times if this weren't virtual.
Yeah, if it weren't virtual, that would not have ended as good.
Lucy now in 6th has a major setback and has to push as hard as he can to get his pace back.
Yeah, he's got quite a ways to go now from all the other cars that just passed him. That's not going to help him in the championship there. Oh, Sushi takes a look at the inside.
Dan is struggling to keep his car as stable as possible, but still manages to find as much performance as he can out of the car.
The drag race now down the straight.
Sushi driving aggressively as possible whenever he does get near the cars.
Very good battling going on here at Mount Panorama, a track where you mostly see crashes because of how tight it is.
A little bit of grass for the Porsche.
Yeah, a little bit of grass never hurt anyone.
The grass line. Dan takes a bit of grass.
That was a little bit much of grass.
Spins out, slowing down Sushi and slowing down especially himself, overheating his tires.
Yeah.
Now in 4th, he's still going to try and push for pace as he only lost 1 position as as Lopez comes up behind him.
Yep. Let's see what he does here. He goes a bit wide here. Lopez, the teammates get into each other.
And a spin out for Dan again.
Yeah, it's not gonna help him. He's got to
His rear
put his head
tires
down
are
and
now
push.
searing hot.
Here comes Lucy on Inferno now.
This will be interesting on the, well, uphill corner. I don't know what to call it.
I just call it turn
Lopez
2.
takes the lead, but also makes contact, and Lucy pulls ahead.
Yeah, good driving from everyone so far.
Lucy braking very smooth and very late into the corner.
Lopez gets into the wall again back there. We're only on lap 5 of 28, and a lot has happened already.
It'll be definitely quite the interesting race.
Yep. Here's Wolf up in second. He's been struggling for the past couple of races, trying to find some pace now.
Definitely allowing him to push his ability since he doesn't have anyone else around him to change how he drives, especially his own teammate.
Yeah.
He seems to be holding it together mildly well.
He's got
Tries to
maybe
get
a
as best
3 or 4
reaction as he
second
could.
lead to Sushi behind him. And then Drift is pulled away quite a ways in that RCF from everyone else. Seems like everyone's in their own little bubble again, starting to run, trying to get as much pace in the car as they can.
This is definitely the point where everyone begins to come up with their own strategies and how they're going to push the best they can during the race.
Yep, that's for sure. We're going to skip ahead a little bit because we are on a time limit. We have to stick within the hour. So here we are on board with Lucy again, coming aboard to start lap 7. Now Inferno coming aboard around to start lap 7 as well.
Definitely seems to be losing a little bit of grip as he tries to push the apex in that corner.
Yeah, the Ferrari is definitely an oversteer style of driving, so we got to get used to it. That's
Barely makes the apex there, almost gets the grasp, has a really good line, and gets a phenomenal exit.
Here's Sushi now trying to close the gap to Wolf ahead. Looks like he's closed a bit since the last time we saw him.
Braking late and taking a very tight corner.
It'll be interesting to see what happens later in the race, because no one has hit it yet. I don't
the
believe.
wall.
This is about just being as most consistent as possible. If you're not consistent, you're gonna end up losing time. That's for sure.
Especially through this uphill part. It's
And
very
downhill.
demanding on the suspension of your car.
Yeah. Yellow flag's ahead, so something has happened ahead. Wolf's still running. We're gonna take a look here and see what happened. Why did the yellow flags came out? Oh, it was cargo.
Into the grass and into the wall.
grass and into the wall. Just understeered.
Struggling to get out.
Yeah, just a bit of
Barely manages
issues.
to get away before Drift comes behind him to get a little bit of slipstream and pace.
Yeah, just the blue flag car there. Bit of a mistake. Here's Sushi now right on the back of Wolf.
Gaining that slipstream, will he be able to catch up to him by the corner at the end of this straight?
Here they come with a lap car of cargo just ahead. They come around the fast right-hander. And then into this section. Wolf a little bit wide onto the
Lucy gets
grass. Coming around the outside now. And looks like Sushi has got the position. Really well driving for everyone so far.
Very close defense for Sushi. Almost goes into the grass trying to push that off. And now he's trying to defend against both Wolf and take the slipstream from Inferno Jr.
Oh, cargo's
And he
gone
goes
off.
in the sand.
He's having a slight moment. And there you go. He's got back going again.
Seems to be an unfortunate day for Cargo, but he's still going to keep pushing ahead. He's determined to become a good race car driver.
Yep.
The Porsche is now defending against two Mercedes at the same time.
Well, not quite the same time. Lucy's still a ways back.
It'll be close.
Yeah.
Deep braking very late, trying to get a good exit on this corner.
Seems like everyone's just trying to get as much pace and be as safe as possible. The only real way to push the limits of this track is to get as close to those walls as possible. And it gets tight sometimes. You got to be careful. Going down the hill with Wolf now, trying to just gain as much time on Sushi as possible, but Sushi looks like he's pulled away a bit from the two Mercedes.
If you look closely, you can almost see that Lucy's definitely pushing those limits a lot further. He's definitely going to be a really good contender this race ahead of his teammate.
Yeah, Lucy's definitely caught up after that misfortunate spin earlier. So you have Inferno trying to pass Cargo here.
Very dangerous place to try and ride somebody's ass, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's going to keep trying, and now he has the opportunity to do it cleanly. If only Cargo didn't swerve around on the road.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens next, though.
Definitely a bit of aggressive offense there from, or defense from Cargo, that's for sure.
Steve still holding a little bit of pace ahead of his teammate at the moment. We'll see how long that lasts. If it may.
Yeah, I don't believe Lucy pitted after his spin. I believe he stayed out. There are the three cars going along. Up to turn 2, over the crest again.
Steve is now setting a purple lap in the race.
Yep, Sushi
Bad sign
holding,
for Sushi.
Yep, Sushi currently holding the fastest lap at the moment. Oh, a little bit in the wall there, though.
Definitely want to stay smooth and consistent to avoid penalties and damage, which unfortunately it looks like Wolf suffered from.
Yeah, got a bit of a penalty there coming out of the uphill left-hander. Now he's got to serve that near the end of the straight. So that'll definitely put Sushi.
Sushi is also setting purples though.
Yeah, everyone's got good pace right now. As we go on board with Drift, as he's pulled away a bit from the battling three behind.
Drift definitely tries to get a good exit on each of these corners as he turns in his car very smooth, just to get his foot on the throttle as early as he can. And it seems to be paying off so far.
Yeah, it's all about staying as consistent on the power as possible. Although Sushi's not as far behind as I thought, so Sushi has closed up quite a bit. Everyone doing well. It'll be interesting to see where they pit. We expect pit stops in the next 10 minutes for every car. As the two Mercedes still following Sushi here. As Lucy's going in
for the pits.
So Lucy's gone for a strategy call here. See what he does.
As we've seen with his other races, his strategy calls tend to actually be a lot more in his favor than you might think. Each time he makes one of these strategy calls, he might gain anywhere between 10 to 15 seconds a lap, and it's truly incredible.
Yeah,
he's very good with strategy, and it's hard to beat.
He's doing good with it, yeah.
Even though he's in 4th right now, still pitting and losing time, the time he gains back is unbelievable, and it definitely makes him a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, it's about having good strategy in these races. It's not just about raw pace. As we have Inferno also pitting as well on the same lap.
Judging by the driving between him and Cargo, I'd say he might have damage.
Yeah, maybe. He did only have 14% fuel when he came in, so that Ferrari did use some fuel, that's for sure.
Seems to be some battling between Sushi and Dan right now.
Yeah, Dan's a lap car though, so he didn't really battle it too much. As Sushi is still closing in on Drift, actually. As we go on board with Wolf now, trying to get by Dan. Dan going very slow through there.
Definitely holding off the Germans team this year.
Yeah, definitely holding
Wolf's still
back.
over the takes on the straight.
Here comes Sushi. Definitely looking closer to Drift than last lap, that's for sure.
Getting as much pace as the Porsche as he can. Getting very close to the apex.
We've seen so far this season, the RCF seems to be the most fuel efficient out of all the cars here, so we'll see what the Porsche can do. Come on, start lap 12 now. Sushi's looking very close to drift now. Way closer than the last couple of laps. Maybe tires starting to wear out. Tire wear coming into play. You never know. On board with Wolf again, trying to catch up to the front battling too. I believe, other than Lucy and Inferno, everyone still needs to make a stop.
Seems to be making some very lousy lines, not to be rude, but that also could be because of the tire wear.
Yeah, as here comes Sushi, very close to drift now, looking very close.
They're both riding the walls, trying to either get closer or stay away from each other. Absolutely flying next to those walls. Can the two hold the pace while they're trying to defend, especially on these segments up here in the hills? Let's see. Drift holding a very consistent, smooth line through here, not losing any grip.
Sushi here trying to catch up now, trying to come onto the straight. The Porsche definitely is faster than the RCF. The RCF one of the slowest on the straight, on the grid.
Very close to the wall, gets as good of an exit as he can. It looks like it might go to Sushi. Let's see. Seems still a little too far for a slipstream, but who knows?
It looks like he's getting closer. It'll be a bit too far back for Ascend, but it definitely looks closer. Oh wait, hang on a second. He's getting very close here. Thinks better of it, stays back.
Staying as smooth as they can and push towards the final corner.
Yep, let's see what goes on here. Both drivers staying out. On to start lap 13 coming into the first corner. Sushi looking very close now as Wolf is in behind them. Drift got a little bit of
Sushi goes for the overtake here.
Drift got a little bit.
Now they're going side by side through the straights.
Coming up the crest into turn 2. Sushi's already ahead before the turn. It shows the power of that Porsche down the straights. Comes the RCF through the handling bit. This will be an interesting one to see what happens here.
Now it's time for Sushi's turn to defend through this hill.
Yep. Wolf is in for tires and fuel again. Actually, no, not again. That was Lucy. My mistake. Lucy looks like he's
Lucy
getting out
finally
ahead.
passes his teammate, setting a new lap record at 2:02.1.
Yep. Only just ahead of teammate though.
Faster.
Here we go with the battling two in front. These two got to make a stop at some point.
Definitely pushing their strategies to the limits. Trying to get as much pace as they can before they have to pit.
Yeah, for sure. Very smooth from both drivers so far. They're doing both good. To come onto the straight now. This time roles are swapped. Drift is following Sushi now. The draft. Let's see if the RCF has enough pace to catch the Porsche today. No, the Porsche is still quick. It's definitely outrunning the RCF, that's for sure.
Drift pushing the line absolutely to the limit, almost to the grass, trying to catch up with Sushi.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here coming past. Both drivers still staying out. It's like they want to make it to halfway in the race.
Makes the grass line and stays on the curb to get away from drift. Definitely both drivers are learning a lot from this race, pushing both of their limits.
Yeah.
You know, this is probably the first time I've ever seen their strategy seem to outlast that of Lucy's, but that could change later on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Lucy here with the early stop. We may have to do some fuel saving near the end of the race though, depending on how much fuel he got out of the car.
Finally seems to be ahead of his teammates, so let's see how that'll last.
Yeah. As Dan's coming in now for his first pit stop. Or it must be second. He's at 64% fuel. He must have pitted already. Maybe he's fixing
With how
damage.
things are going, Steve may have to put it on his shoulders to defend for Lucy so that they can get point standings. But they may also not go with that strategy. It's possible though.
Yeah, Dan's into fixed damage. So Dan must have hit a wall somewhere.
Dan's going to have to work hard to get his pace back, especially considering that not only does he not have a penalty, but he's behind Inferno. Shouldn't be too much of a problem with his pace.
Yeah, he just has to do some pushing and catch back up to everyone else. He's currently a lap behind on pace right now, so he is 1 lap down, I believe.
Steve, having pitted, should have much nicer lines now.
Yeah, fresher tires, should be a lot easier to drive now. Here's Lucy coming through the top part of the track.
Seems that Lucy is trying to carry as much momentum as possible while still pushing the track.
Yeah, he's trying to get as much out as he can. He's trying to make pace up so he can jump these 2 guys ahead. Now we're at the halfway mark in the race. Will one of these 2 pit? Sushi's going in.
Seems that Sushi finally goes in for the pit.
Drift
And
stays
Drift
out
flies
though.
past.
So Drift's gone for probably 1 more lap. I don't think he could extend another one after that. So it'll be interesting to see where Drift comes out compared to Lucy and Sushi here. Sushi's in for tires and fuel.
Lucy may be doing a 2-stop considering how early he pitted, so this will definitely be interesting later on.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting strategy call from Lucy to see who comes out on top. Here's Lucy coming through the final corner. Will he get the jump on Sushi? It'll be close. He's across the line. Sushi's still in the pit. This will be a close one on the exit, that's for sure. Where's Sushi? Just
right
ahead.
There. That is crazy. Lucy may have higher speed than Sushi though, considering his exit speed through that last corner. But it seems that Sushi's just barely able to hold off for now. He now has fresh soft tires. Coming into that final corner, Lucy tries to go for an overtake and almost succeeds. Still battling.
Very close here.
Incredible. It looks like there's a little bit of spinning on Sushi's side. He still holds it together though and tries to hold the pace, but Lucy gets away.
That'll be interesting to see where Drift comes out here. Because he's got to
Lucy
stop
now
in the
contending
next
for
lap.
first.
Yeah, Lucy's in provisional first at the moment. I would expect Drift to come in this lap. I don't think he can do another one. I think it's a bit too much if it goes another one. Here he is coming through the final corner. Let's see what he decides to do. A little wobble out there coming out of that corner. He does come in.
Yeah, he definitely decides to pit. Those tires were looking a little fried. 4% fuel too. He managed to fuel save better than Sushi.
So the RCF looks like it does have like one of the best fuel economy here. Very good on fuel. Now here's the interesting part. This will be interesting to see where he comes out compared to the other 2.
Sushi may be a bit behind. He lost some pace coming out of that corner, battling Lucy. Lucy definitely holding a very strong lead right now.
Yeah, this is very close between these guys.
A little bit of grass on, but he holds it together.
Coming across the corner, I think Lucy has it. Where's Drift?
And Lucy pulls ahead for first.
Behind
Sushi
Sushi.
and Drift are about to battle again.
Yeah, so Drift comes up behind Sushi here. So Lucy's ahead now with some lap traffic ahead.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely make the race a lot more interesting, huh?
Yeah, this will be an interesting one to the end, that's for sure. It'll be interesting to see how much Lucy needs to fuel save to make it to the end, because that AMG is a bit more fuel heavy than these 2.
both take a very wide line through this corner.
Yeah.
Wonder what's going on in both of their heads right now. Drift definitely seems to be closing in on Sushi right now.
Yeah, definitely getting closer. It's really interesting to see how these cars are so close, and they're very different cars. We are going
Sushi
with
now trying to rely on defensive downhill. Almost makes contact.
Yeah, it's close there.
Going to the final corner to see who can get the better exit speed.
Blue flag ahead, so someone is just ahead. So here they come on the straight. This time Drift a lot closer in the draft. See what he can do here. Coming up over the hill again. Gonna try to take a peek up the inside. Oh, they go 2x2 through the fast right-hander up to the left-hander in the final section.
Sushi just barely pulling ahead. Continues to defend against Drift.
Yeah, they're doing good. Yellow flag's ahead. Something's gone on ahead.
Oh man.
Oh, Lucy.
Things are not looking good for Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy must have had an issue with cargo there. We'll take a look at that now.
Lucy has now been humbled down to the lower 3.
Let's see what happened here. Did he go wide?
Cargo seems to have made contact with the rear of Lucy's car.
Yeah,
they
let's
both
see
spin out having a
see where
terrible
they
crash.
hit here.
Right into the side, T-boned, and they both spin out.
That's unlucky for Lucy there. Cargo with the 2-second there for that. Definitely on him.
So now Lucy not only has damage, but he's behind both Drift and Sushi.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can continue contending. He definitely had phenomenal pace.
Oh,
and Cargo spins out again.
Yeah.
This time missing.
Oh, here
Going
they
free
come.
into the second corner. They all try and contend for first position at the same time. Sushi barely pulling ahead with Lucy behind and Drift behind even him.
Yeah, there's definitely some battles going on here.
Sushi taking a while Lucy holds a very calm and smooth line while having some rear tire issues, it seems.
Yeah, I don't
He
know what
still
type of
pushes
damage
ahead.
he has from that hit, so let's see how long he can hold on to it for. Very close between these 3 drivers. Here comes Drift closing up on Lucy a little bit.
Whoa!
A little sideways
Wow!
into the wall
A little
again.
bit of contact, slowing down both himself and Drift ever so slightly. Drift makes the overtake to go ahead and challenge Sushi.
We'll see what happens with Lucy here. If he has to get that fixed or he can stay out. That looked like a bit of
definitely having some trouble getting some exit speed, but he still tries anyways.
Yeah, that looked like quite a bit of a hit there to the side of this car there. Going into the final section again. Everyone trying to get as much pace as possible.
Sushi has definitely pulled ahead just a little bit thanks to a little scuffle between Drift and Lucy.
Looks like Lucy's damage is minimal, so he stays out.
And still attacks Drift.
Yeah.
Going side by side down the home straight. Lucy attempts an overtake. And succeeds.
Even with damage. So they can still succeed even with damage. Very good battling going on over here. Oh, there's a little bit of lag there. I saw the car sideways for a second.
Lucy taking a wide line, he still tries to hold the speed. And
Looks
they're
like he's
catching
even
up to
closing into.
Sushi.
Looks like he's even closing into Sushi here. Sushi goes a little bit wide. Starting to close up together to Sushi. It's getting interesting here. They have another 3-way battle, it looks like. Fast part of the track for this part. Needs to be very committed to get the most speed out of there.
Lucy's setting purple with damage. Absolutely
purple.
incredible.
Now he's on the back. It's a three-way battle. Here we go. 10 to go. Let's see what happens. He misses the apex.
Lucy has a
Let's
little
Drift
bit
get
of
a look.
oversteer. Drift is getting as much of that slipstream as he can.
Coming down the straight. Everyone very close together for these top three. Lucy taking a look up the inside of Sushi here. And does he get the move done? They're still too wide.
Man! Still going too wide as they come into the final corner. Trying to break as late as possible. Sushi goes for an overtake and fails as Lucy takes the lead.
Still 2x2 coming into the first corner though. See what they do here. Now Lucy has a
defends. Sushi makes contact and unfortunately does not gain any more pace.
You're just gonna get a toe here. Let's see what happens. Top three battling very well. Here comes Drift now looking up the inside. Into turn 2. Still 2x2. Still 2x2 back there.
All three absolutely flying around every corner. Not only playing a game of pace, but defense.
Yeah, Sushi holds the line, staying ahead of Drift. Trying to run down Lucy now.
All very close to the wall.
Yeah, everyone trying to get the most pace possible. Oh.
Drift seems to maybe have made contact at that last wall, but he still holds his pace. Lucy pulling a little farther ahead this time.
Yeah, it's definitely close.
Oh, Lucy spins! And the other two fly ahead. Lucy was holding a phenomenal pace, but it seems the damage didn't let him go any faster.
Yeah.
Phenomenal performance for him today, setting a purple lap with damage. Now it's up to these two, at least for now.
At least we have to try and claw back that pace.
9 laps remaining, will he be able to do that?
It's a bit too far. It's a far distance. It'll be. I don't think he has enough
Sushi
time.
and Drift are going side by side. Drift may get the overtake and he pulls it off as they go into this next corner.
Yeah, everyone actually here, the top three, and even some of the like midfield, like Wolf and Dan doing some good battling. As they come along, a little bit on the grass. As they come along to start lap 20.
Sushi takes advantage.
Lucy has come in, so Lucy must have had some damage from that hit.
Seems that may be the end for Lucy's pace this race. He may have to settle for either the podium or lower.
Yeah, it depends where Wolf is. Here comes Drift again. Stays behind. Back up to the top part of the hill. Very close battling going on, which is good to see.
Absolutely incredible race from these two.
Coming back up the hill. Along the top part here. Both cars looking very close here. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top here with only a couple laps left.
Takes the grass line. They both go almost all the way on the inside. Trying to get as much pace as they can. I haven't seen these two push this hard the whole race.
Yeah, this is definitely the hardest they've been pushing so far.
Drift behind is most likely going to get the slipstream. Let's see if he can pull off an overtake.
They come along the straight. He's definitely looking close. He's going to go for a move up off the top of the crest. Sweep back in. Yep, he's got it.
Beautiful.
Here comes Sushi again.
Attacking very aggressively from behind, but doesn't pull off anything. Still holding an excellent pace.
interesting to see who comes on top. A bit of more grass here. Sushi gets by again. Back up the hill. It's very close between these two. It's looking very nice to see these two battle.
It seems Steve has pulled ahead of Lucy earlier.
I think he got ahead when Lucy went to pit. But I didn't pay attention to the side. I was too busy watching this.
It's alright. Well, if Lucy wants any more pace, he'll definitely have to contend with his own teammate.
Yeah. Here's Wolf now. Quite the ways back. Lucy's going in again?
Interesting. He must have had another incident, which is very unfortunate. But
yeah.
He still had a very good moment this race.
Yeah, it's not good racing. Yeah, I'm curious where Lucy hit the wall then, because he's coming in again. He's got that much fuel. He's on fresh tires. He must hit the wall somewhere.
It seems that in the scuffle with each other, they have lost 7/10 of a second against each other. As they try and battle for keeping their position rather than pace.
Yeah, I believe the next car though is like 30 seconds behind, so they have time to do this. Definitely setting slower laps. Fastest lap is a 201.7, and they're running 204s.
At least Lucy gets his fastest lap point this race.
Yeah.
I say that's definitely something to be proud of.
Oh, a little bit of
Sushi
grass.
seems to... Wow, that was incredible. Sushi was about to pull off a psychological move, but didn't even have to. He was drifting in the grass.
Yeah.
Now all Sushi has to do is hold ahead and hope that he has enough pace to stay ahead of drift.
Coming into the closing stage of this race.
6 laps to go.
Yeah, now Sushi's got a pretty good gap to drift now. As
Passing Lopez.
Lopez going
lets him
slow
by.
there.
At this point in the race, definitely with this much tire wear, you want to try and focus on keeping your tires cool and driving as smooth as you can. Let your car pull on itself and you'll find your pace naturally. Of course, if the gap closes, there's going to be a lot more defense. See how that goes out. Sushi going right up to the walls. Seems like that battle with drift has brought that muscle memory to him. And he hasn't changed his pace.
That looked like he touched the wall there. Drift giving a lot more space compared to Sushi.
Inferno actually hits the wall.
You see Lopez back there? He's like, yeah, I can do it too.
Drift now setting purple up. He may get the fastest lap point this race.
Yeah. See, he has to put a lot of pace in here to catch Sushi ahead. Here's Wolf now.
Steve now contending against his own teammate for podium. He may succeed if this continues the way it's going. Lucy's probably about 30 or so seconds behind.
Yeah, we'll see. Lucy is on fresh tires, and I believe Wolf is on worn mediums.
Oh no, he's not too far behind. He's probably maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah, he's not that far behind.
Then again, that's 10 seconds in 6 laps.
That'll be interesting to see who can get ahead of each other there.
Makes slight contact with the wall, but doesn't lose too much pace.
I believe he's 1 lap down, I believe. Started lap 22 now. As Dan is... Oh no, sorry, my mistake. Dan is going to get lapped by Inferno. I thought Dan was ahead of Inferno.
Truly unfortunate to see such a spectacular beginning to this race. And even last race, I believe he set second or third, didn't he?
Yeah, he finished third.
Very incredible performance.
Yeah, he was doing well until all of a sudden he wasn't.
Speaking of which, the first place is chasing him down and trying to get pace off of him if you can. Yeah. Especially ahead of his rival.
Let's see, it looks like Drift has closed up a bit from that mistake earlier on.
off, they're letting his suspension do a lot of the work. It seems his tune is pretty good on this car.
Yeah. Looks like Sushi's now catching up to some of that lap traffic ahead.
Right behind Dan. Drift now contending for fastest lap again.
Oh, wow. Look what's going on ahead.
A lot of chaos ahead of Drift. As Dan spins and slows down Sushi, probably giving him damage. Sushi somehow still managed to defend Drift, along with Cargo helping him. Incredible.
Yeah.
Drift overtakes, but slowed down a little bit.
Definitely hard to pass lap cars when the track is this tight. Along here, down the main straight. Sorry, not the main straight, the back straight. And the fast king. Now Drift has to get around Dan.
Dan's definitely taking a very wild line. He doesn't know what he wants to do, but he's definitely trying the best he can. And still gets overtaken by Drift. And goes off the side of the track. He still manages to hold together just barely.
Oh.
And wow!
Just barely being the key word.
Barely. Drift is back in second place with no worries about anyone else being ahead of him that doesn't need to be.
Yeah. It's definitely looking a lot more close, that's for sure.
Of course, in this perspective, the person has to be in his last place. We'll see if he can pull that off. These two are starting to close together again. They might have another battle.
Yeah, coming to the end of the race, 4 to go.
Drift definitely seems to have better pace than Sushi right now, and is slowly closing in every single lap, even with all the crazy traffic.
Now they have cleaner. Sushi
And
a little
Sushi
wide.
spins a little. Still somehow manages to have Drift. Drift stays very safe behind Sushi. Very patient. Now he's tailing him. Seems to have a little bit of a swerve himself, but doesn't lose any pace.
Drop back a little bit. A little bit from that. Too much though. Looks like Dan was closing into Drift as well at the back there. So. Very close between these two. It'll be interesting to see how this happens to the end of the race.
Right up to the wall, almost makes contact as he tries to be the best speed as possible.
Drift trying to just catch up as much as possible now.
With only just barely under 4 laps remaining. It'll definitely be interesting, these two so close to each other.
Yeah, it'll be close here at the end, it looks like.
Drift seems to be getting as much of the line as he can, trying to catch up with Sushi. Definitely taking advantage of all of the track, get as much pace.
Very close between these two.
For the first time we've spectated Sushi, he hasn't gone on the grass in the last corner.
Was that the first time? I never noticed actually going up.
Yeah, just a little bit of scrapes in the grass. Just trim patches.
When I think grass, I think like all 4 off the
No.
track. Drift doesn't look like he's closing in now. Getting a lot closer now. They're going for round 2. Here they come.
Braking much later than last time and still holding his brakes a lot better.
Oh, here's Lucy now
Steve
going up
is
a
now
wolf.
defending against Lucy. Between the two Germans, who's going to get podium?
Yeah, this will be an interesting one.
It's not very often you see two teammates fighting each other, but these two do not care.
Yeah. Looks like Lucy's gotten ahead of Wolf though.
Lucy may,
Oh.
if he doesn't spin out again, that was close. He may
Yeah.
get podium. These two are
Drift
battling
again.
downhill. Absolutely incredible scenes too. Cars are sliding everywhere. It's incredible.
Drift's not giving Sushi an inch.
Both pushing for exit speed as much as they can.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting here. Not many laps to go. Coming into the final section again. Drift trying to take a look. Sushi holds
Very
the line.
close.
Coming into the final corner. Coming up to 2 to go. Rio, 2 to go. This is getting close. Yeah. If you count the last one.
It's been incredible seeing these two battle it out for about 10 or more laps.
Yeah, this has been going on since lap 18, I believe.
And even whenever they started battling out, they weren't pushing the limits this far. I mean, there's been a lot more mistakes as a result, but still, seeing lines go that wide is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, this was definitely a lot more aggressive than earlier. Very close, these two.
Just be taking it up, right up to the wall.
Yeah, they're just trying to get every bit of track they can now at this point. Both of them very close to the wall there. Down the hill they go. Very close here. We'll see what they can do.
Wow, that was really close to that corner. Drift almost makes contact, but continues flying past like it didn't even happen.
But it takes to go as fast as possible. Like Sushi has pulled away a little bit from on the downhill section. It's just these two battling on the track right now, so we're gonna keep an eye on this. Sushi trying to pull away from Drift. Drift trying to close it in. Both of them battling. We'll see what happens.
Corner. There she goes wide, almost spins.
It's gonna get Drift, allow Drift to take a look here.
2 laps remaining. Sushi is panicking, but he's still holding his line. Still defending on the very limit.
Oh, Drift got a good exit there. Let's see what happens here coming into this corner.
Now they're going too wide into the second corner. And over the hill, Drift makes first.
Still 2 by 2.
Defend on the inside.
Sushi
And
going
he
around the
can't.
outside.
Sushi pulls it ahead.
Very good battling here. Will look like a little sideways there. Coming up over the top of the hill for the second last time. Trying to gain as much time over the hill and back down the hill they go. Going through the S's, this very tight section of the track.
Very close to the corner. Drift is pushing the line as much as he can, and he
Oh,
makes
been the
contact
wall.
with the wall. That's definitely going to be some rear end damage there. Comes close to the wall and still pulls away. Definitely again patience with Sushi.
Yeah, both drivers trying to get as much pace as possible at this point.
At this point in the race, Lucy has still got the fastest lap despite multiple purple lap attempts by many drivers.
Yeah. This never-ending battle is what's causing probably Lucy to hold that fastest lap still.
What happened here?
Oh, a bit of lag.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah. Welcome to Gran Turismo, where nothing is perfect.
Seems that Drift has lost a lot of pace in that last corner. Having a lot of trouble trying to get on the throttle.
On the final lap, here they come. 1 to go.
Can Drift really pull ahead in this final part of the race? Or will this be Sushi's first win?
We'll see here. press for the final time. There's Cargo going very slow. He must have run out of fuel. Here they come, coming up the hill again.
Sushi takes a very wide line.
Yeah, very wide there.
Losing a lot of pace. His back tires are almost fried.
Drift was sideways there coming out of that corner.
It's the grass. These two are almost like they're fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
At the very end, too.
Trying to push as much as possible now. As they go back down the hill. Oh.
Locks up his front tires and spins.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Well, that'll be it for sure.
As long as Sushi doesn't spin, this will be his first win. Possibly the beginning of a new era.
Yeah,
We'll see, though.
that was definitely some good battling for the past 9 laps, basically.
Absolutely incredible race so far. Let's see if Sushi really holds it together all this time. As we saw, there was some rear tire damage, it seems. Losing a little bit of grip in those first few corners. Coming into the final corners now. Drift quite a ways back. All he has to do is stay patient in this final corner.
Final turn. And Sushi is home free. Sushi's gonna win his
marks
first race.
Sushi's first win in the GTEC Championship.
Drift
Drift
not too
coming
far
in
behind.
amazing second. Phenomenal battle from these two, as well as Lucy. Lucy now holding the fastest lap of the race so far and almost guaranteed.
Yeah, with those two finished, it would take someone else to just go by and blitz the fastest lap.
Definitely a phenomenal race today. A lot of battling throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
With Dan having a spectacular beginning, and although he did spin out, he did show himself worthy of an excellent race car driver today.
Oh.
And makes contact with Lucy, speaking of which. Oh man!
Speaking of Dan.
With only one corner to go, Lucy will have no problem getting the podium today.
Yeah.
These three drivers have truly shown an amazing performance, battling against each other.
A little bit of fun going on there at the end.
Hopefully in the future these three will fight more and more, show more of their skills.
As I think Dan
Dan
spun on
has
the
still got
back
a
last
little ways to
corner.
go. Dan has still got a ways to go, but he's definitely
He's having some
a good
fun.
driver.
He's just doing a massive burnout to the line. And there
Dan
was
makes
Dan,
last
followed by
place.
Wolf.
Wolf makes fourth in Inferno.
Yep. Very good driving from most of these drivers here. But now go take a look at our race winner. This Sushi Samurai ran a good race with everyone. It was very clean and just a lot of battling happening at once. It was amazing, like the amount of battling that happened there. So now we look at the full results. There's the full results. It says Cargo DNF, but we were counting him as finished because he disconnected with half a lap to go. So he is counted as finish. We're going to now take a look at our standings. Lucy now leads with 81 points and tied with Drift with 81. Sushi with 43 ahead of Wolf. And then Dan with 18. RG Labs with 124. DRC with 96. Team Spider with 74. And Sir Special with 33. That is all for me and Sushi. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.